Hi, and thanks for your interest in the Realty Infusion virtual short sale processing engine. The first thing that I want you guys to notice is that the engine is online based. It's not a download. It's not something that you have to have the actual computer the product is on in order to access it. Anybody with a computer and online access can log right into the system and immediately start working deals. The first thing you'll see, this is the home page. There's a full encompassing training video. It's about 30 minutes long. It's complete with screen capture technology. It basically holds your hand and walks you through step by step, screen by screen, exactly what you would want to do. Each tab is complete with a video help tab showing you exactly what you'd want to do on that specific tab. And we believe training is a big part of getting people acclimated to the system. Our learning curve is probably one of the smallest in the industry. It's a very simple, easy to use product. And we'll just dive right in here and show you a little bit more about it. If you need access to this training video, again, you can always click on the training tab. It'll always be available for you. One of the first benefits that I want to talk about today is the task management system built right into the product. It's a great way to communicate with other people that are involved on the deal. We'll talk about that more when we get to the users tab, but you're able to assign tasks to specific individuals or groups and then track their process and their production on those tasks. You can sort by date, by category, who it's assigned to, who it's assigned by the property, or general no groupings at all. Great asset having the task management system built right into the system. You're also able to invite up to additional 6 sub-users on the platform. Now, these sub-users are people that work inside your office that help you process deals. Maybe it's a negotiator inside your office, maybe a realtor that you work very closely with. You're able to give them access to the system, and it's very specific role-based access. If you want to create a new user, you put in their information, you give them an email address and a password and create a username for them. Once you click create account, the system will automatically email them login instructions, a username and a password. They're instantly given access and able to go right in, upload documents into the system, and process your short sales for you. When I said it's role-based, you're able to assign them a role. Every role is very specific on what they can and can't perform function-wise inside the system. So really allows you to keep track and tasks on track by assigning the right task to the right person. Once you give people access to the system, you're able to manage them directly from this platform. You can deactivate them. You can view every property that this person is attached to inside the system, or you can edit the role to give them more or less functionality inside the system as well. Adding properties inside the system is very easy. We try to make it as time-saving as possible. If you notice, most of the boxes are drop-downs or check boxes. You enter the address, select a few selections from the drop-down box, check off a couple of boxes, put your lead source if you're keeping track of that. You click Save Changes. The property's now inside the system. When you go over to the Manage tab, this is like your virtual file cabinet. This is where all the deals are stored inside the system. Each one of these columns are sortable. You can sort by any information that you see here on the category, or you can actually create new columns and sort by new functions and features. So it's very customizable, very feature-rich. You can do advanced searches if you need to. You can search, filter, format anything you need by county, state, ID, seller's name, status, or your role on the property. You can also print this report if you need to. And this is the completion percentage. It tells you how far along the deal is as far as collecting the documents. So let's go ahead and open one of these properties and get to the property tab, and I'll show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about. Once you've opened up a property, the first thing you'll notice is it opens a separate tab on the side. It's a great feature. Anything else out there, most of the time you'll be getting familiar with this button right here, the back button. We want to try to keep you away from that as much as possible. So if you could be 5 or 6 screens deep in a property. Someone calls, you need information that's relative to another property. You simply go back to the Manage tab, click on that property. It opens up in a separate tab right across the top. And you can have as many of these tabs open as you'd like. They'll just get smaller and smaller and smaller, but it allows you to really flip back and forth between the properties inside the system very easily. The overview page is basically where you're able to see all the information at a glance. Has an activity log, the documents that have been uploaded. We pull in the values from the valuation mod, gives you the buyer-seller information, property address, loan number all right there in front of you. The tasks section, as we looked at before, is the task management section built inside the system. There's a notes section, which some of you guys are probably familiar with this. Back when I was doing short sales, my desk, my monitor, used to look like a dandelion with all the stickum pads all the way around the monitor. And nobody else that's working the deals with me could see the notes that I was taking. So we built right into the system a notes section. You're able to leave notes for specific individuals. You can assign who can see the notes, who can't see the notes. It's a great feature. It allows everybody to keep all the information in one centralized location. Here's an activity log, great for management purposes. You can see what took place, what document did it take place to, who did it, and when did they do it. And it'll go on and on and on, keeps track of every activity in the deal. So allows you to see second by second each step in action that's been taking course. The Documents tab is where you would upload all of your documents. You can view the document, you can save the document, you can delete the document, you can create manual documents if you need to, or you can add custom documents. It's very, very feature rich, very customizable. You simply check on a box, select Upload a Document, box will pop open asking you which document to upload. You select it, it'll appear right here. Now, the lock boxes that you're seeing, this is to give you a peace of mind when you're building the final package. Let's say you upload a document, you want to make sure that that's going to be the same document in a month when you're building the final package, that nobody that you've given access to is going to overwrite that. You can just lock that document into place. You'll see another lockbox pop up. That assures you that that's the same document that you looked at the last time that you saw it. Once you get over to the Property tab, this is where you the same information that you put in when you initially created the property. If you need to make any adjustments, you could do that here. Here's a map pulled right in from Google. It's as you can see, you can zoom in, zoom out, just like you could on Google Maps. And another little neat bonus, we actually have the 3D view. So you can go through and you can look at the actual property and zoom in, zoom out. Everything you need to be able to do to get a good look at the property. Now the next three tabs, Buyer, Seller, and Professional. This is where you would invite an unlimited amount of buyers, sellers, and professionals onto the platform to be able to submit deals, process deals, any function or format that you want them to perform inside the system. You have an unlimited amount. You can invite them to the platform, give them a username and a password, and they're able to go in instantly using your platform, upload documents directly in the system, and then you can basically just watch the completion percentages grow on the Manage tab. So it's a great feature to be able to have other people on board doing most of the work for you, delegating the duties of the document collection. And it's also going to save you a lot of time. Instead of buyers and sellers contacting you all the time wondering where you're at in the process, they can simply log in and see that for themselves. So it's a great time saver. Mortgages, you're able to input all the mortgages on the property. It'll take as many as you can put in there. 1, 2, 3, sometimes California we've seen 4 and 5 different mortgages. Another little time saver that we have is every lender and attorney in the country is built right into the database. So if you have their name, you just put it in. Let's say it's First. Brings up the First. We'll say it's First Franklin. You click that. Auto-populates all the information. Does the same with the attorneys. Excellent time saver. Pointing you in the right direction so you're not looking that stuff up on your own on the internet.